HiAnime, the world's largest anime pirate site, has officially went offline earlier this morning, and if you try to access the site right now, you're greeted with the message, "It's time to say goodbye, and thank you for a wonderful journey with great moments." Now, what makes this entire situation very fascinating is that 7 days ago, the United States government listed HiAnime as one of the most notorious piracy threats for the second consecutive year. So for those that need some context here, last year in 2025, there was a listing of multiple different sites, what had high traffic, what was the most high trafficked, piracy site, and HiAnime was basically at the top of the list. And so this is the second year in a row that HiAnime's basically been called out by the United States government that it is a very high visited site on the internet, and that it is a very notorious and well-known piracy threat for anime. And so when you have something like this come out 2 years in a row, and this happened 7 days ago, there's an article on it and a Reddit post on it, and then suddenly, earlier this morning, we're greeted with the message, "It's time to say goodbye, and thank you for a wonderful journey with great moments," you start to wonder if the situation with the United States government listing it as a threat is correlated to some degree. Now, it could be a coincidence. It's possible, there is a percentage chance of that. However, I feel like the government of the United States listing it as a threat definitely makes a lot more people that were unaware of the site becoming aware of the site, and then in turn trying to take the site down, which gets into the elephant in the room. So obviously, even if it's not correlated in what the United States government listed for HiAnime, at the end of the day, anime piracy sites go down often. Like, for instance, you'll have them operating maybe for a few years, and then suddenly they nosedive, they die. Let's look at the recent situation of, for instance, Bato, a manga piracy site that went down, and even the creator themselves is criminally investigated in China. And by the way, there's been an update. Apparently the person has been criminally charged, and I believe is about to go into prison. So the Bato operator, like the creator of Bato, is literally about to be in prison, at least from my understanding of what I saw an update about a few weeks back. But back into the main topic, we have seen time and time again that piracy sites, they go down and, a new one will arise from the ashes. It's like a hydra, so to speak. You cut off one head, 3 more pop up in its place. And that's more or less what's going to happen here, is that HiAnime is a mainstream, high-profile anime piracy site, and because it got so popular, so well used, it flew too close to the sun. And if you fly too close to the sun, you're too easy to access, that site will be hammered down into the dirt and deleted, so to speak. And that's probably what's happening here. Now, there is some conflicting information coming out about HiAnime, which I do want to get into right now, because a lot of you that are watching this video and aware of the situation might already be going into the comments and telling me I'm wrong about the situation and HiAnime is going to be coming back. So there is a Reddit post on the subreddit for HiAnime Zone that has the moderator of the Reddit making this type of statement about the situation, and this is what they have to say. "Greetings, everyone. There appears to be an issue with the website at this time. Kindly refrain from panicking or disseminating unofficial or unverified information. We are monitoring the situation and attempting to obtain further clarification as of the moment. We will provide updates regarding the situation in due course. We appreciate your patience and cooperation during this time." Now, this is once again an official moderator of this subreddit that is affiliated with HiAnime, and they're basically saying that the site will be coming back to some degree. There appears to be an issue with that website this time, kindly refrain from panicking and stuff. It kind of seems more or less like the site isn't officially gone. It will come back. However, I really much doubt that, and the reason why is because the official message on the site right now, if you were to search it up, it literally says, "It's time to say goodbye." And there is nothing more final than basically that. Now, there is speculations that apparently the team that is a part of this piracy site might be changing domains or something like that. Who really knows? They could have been hacked. But the point here is that HiAnime will die eventually. Even if this is not necessarily the end and the site will come back to some degree, maybe in the next day or two, it will eventually just nosedive and die. And this is why, when it comes to piracy sites, you know, this is why if they become too well known, they will die. Thankfully, there's quite a few piracy sites that I'm well aware of that have been operating for well over a decade plus, and they've been coasting very clear because obviously it's not very easy to access these sites and understand how to use them, but they pretty much have even more than whatever HiAnime could ever offer. But back into the main topic. The point here is that HiAnime will eventually die. It's only a matter of time. And I feel like if anyone thinks that it's going to be around forever is lying to themselves. However, what I do wonder about the situation is that if the operator, or in this case the creator of HiAnime, is potentially in legal trouble. I mean, let's look at the situation with Bato, and that the literal operator is criminally investigated within China. I wonder if the creator of HiAnime is having something very similar happen, because it's very obvious, at least in the last year and a half, there's been more pressure put on reining in anime and manga piracy. It's definitely been a lot more extreme as of late, and Japan takes this stuff very seriously, like extremely serious. Like, I feel like one of the worst crimes you commit, honestly, for at least from what I've seen, is basically pirating anime or manga in Japan, because that's like, anytime it comes to anything like that, they will throw the book at you and throw you under the jail. So I feel like in this case, they have definitely gotten a lot more extreme in the last few years, especially with how popular and well-known anime has become, and I feel like that's why they've gotten even more strict with it. And so, I do wonder if whatever's going on here has something to do with the leader of the site potentially being, the book thrown at them, so to speak. But I will leave it at that. At the current time, we don't know if the site will come back or not. I mean, we have conflicting reports from the moderator team, but once again, we don't really know. When a site says something like this, all you can really say is that it's donezoed. But be safe, stay healthy. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe, leave a like on the video, helps me out quite a bit. Chibi out.